Greetings, my friends. I am Master Shi Hongi, and today I want to share something deeply meaningful with you. A message for those who have walked through many seasons of life, gathered wisdom from experience, and now stand in the golden years of their journey. If you're in the later chapters of your life or know someone who is, this message is for you. This isn't just about growing older, it's about growing wiser, embracing the fullness of life with grace, and protecting the peace you've earned along the way. This is about more than just surviving. It's about thriving and finding true fulfillment as you age. As we reach 70 and beyond, there is a shift. It's not just about the number of years you've lived, but about what you've learned, what you've experienced, and what you choose to let go of. It's a time when life becomes less about chasing and more about cherishing what truly matters. You begin to understand that your time is precious, your energy sacred, and with that understanding comes the wisdom to know what no longer serves you, what needs to be released in order to live in peace. That's why today I want to talk to you about 3 things you should never say, do, go, or meet after the age of 70. These are the things that might quietly drain your peace, hold you back, or keep you from stepping into the fullness of your wisdom. The first thing you should never say is, "Back in my day, things were better." While there's nothing wrong with remembering the past, the moment you start comparing it to the present, you risk losing the beauty of the now. The past is gone, and while it shaped who you are, it should not define how you feel about today. The present, with all its changes, still holds joy, love, and beauty. Don't allow nostalgia to rob you of the small blessings right in front of you. The second phrase to avoid is, "I'm too old to change." That is the greatest lie you can tell yourself. Age is not the barrier, fear is. As long as you have breath in your lungs, you have the ability to grow, adapt, and change. It might not be the dramatic changes of your youth, but it can be small, meaningful shifts. Learning something new, letting go of a long-held grudge, or simply choosing peace over anger. Lastly, stop saying, "I wish I had." Regret keeps you trapped in the past. It holds you back from living fully now. The truth is, your story isn't over. Regret has no place in your present. Embrace curiosity instead. Ask yourself, what can I still do today that will bring joy, peace, or kindness? Your journey is far from finished. There is still time to live with purpose. Next, let's consider what you should never do. The first thing to stop is seeking validation from the younger generation. Many elders struggle with trying to stay relevant or accepted by children, grandchildren, or younger friends. But you don't need anyone's approval to know your worth. You have lived through experiences they can't even fathom. You've raised families, weathered storms, and survived trials that shaped you into the strong, wise person you are today. Your worth is not tied to their opinions. You have nothing to prove. Let them chase trends. You are the lighthouse now. Speak from your wisdom. Walk in grace. The second thing to stop doing is holding on to things, whether old clothes, outdated routines, or relationships that drain you simply because you're afraid to let go. Fear of emptiness. Fear of silence. Peace doesn't come from possession, it comes from presence. Letting go doesn't mean losing something, it means making room for new joys and new growth. Clear out the clutter, both physical and emotional. Let go of what no longer serves you, and you will find space to breathe, to rest, to live fully. The third thing to stop doing is replaying past losses. After 70, loss becomes part of life. Friends and family pass, children grow, and roles change. But mourning doesn't need to define you. You are not your grief. What remains is the love, the wisdom, and the presence you still carry. Instead of waking up with thoughts of what's gone, start noticing what's still here. Find peace in the present moment, for that is where your strength lies. Now, let's talk about places you should never go. And by places, I mean not just physical locations, but emotional spaces, social situations, and mental landscapes that drain you. The first place to avoid is anywhere your dignity isn't respected. Whether it's a family gathering, a social event, or even a phone call that leaves you feeling small. If you leave a place feeling disrespected, it's no longer worth your time. Dignity isn't a luxury, it's your right. You don't need to fight for it. If someone doesn't honor your worth, it's okay to walk away. The second place to avoid is anywhere you're only tolerated, not celebrated. After 70, your presence should never feel like a favor. It should feel like a gift. Find places where you are welcomed, where your stories are listened to, and where your wisdom is valued. The third place to avoid is revisiting past pain in hopes of fixing it. Sometimes we go back to old wounds hoping for closure, but healing doesn't come from reopening them. It comes from releasing them, from saying, I've already survived that. Let the past rest in peace. You don't owe it anything more. Your job is to live forward, to move on, to embrace the peace that comes with letting go. Finally, let's talk about the people you should never meet after 70. The first person to avoid is the one who only talks about what you've lost. Every conversation turns into a long list of illnesses, funerals, and stories of decline. They focus on what's gone, never on what remains. Being around them feels like sinking into a fog of sadness. You need people who remind you of what still matters, what still works, and what still brings joy. The second person to avoid is the one who sees you as a burden. You are not a burden. You are a person of value, of wisdom, of love. If someone treats you as a task or something to be managed, step away. You deserve kindness, respect, and warmth, not obligation. The third person to avoid is the one who keeps you small. This may be someone who, out of love, tries to protect you, but in doing so limits you. They tell you, don't try that. That's too much for you. But you are still growing, still evolving. You deserve to be surrounded by people who encourage you to keep trying, to keep dreaming, to keep living fully. Who you spend time with, where you go, what you say, and what you do, all of it shapes the quality of your days. These days are sacred, my friends. You have earned them. Let go of what dims your light. Stop doing what drains you. Walk away from places and people who make you feel smaller. Instead, choose peace. Choose dignity. Choose freedom. The next chapters of your life can be the most meaningful ones yet. They begin when you decide to let go of the things that no longer serve you and embrace what brings you peace. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this message has brought you clarity, comfort, and strength. If it resonated with you, I invite you to share it with someone who may need to hear it too. Aging is not something we go through alone. It's something we rise through together. Until next time, may peace and wisdom guide you on your journey.